My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is February 10th, 2023. It is 12:52 a.m. I could have started earlier recording, but I was lazy, just laying on the couch, chilling with my husband. But yeah, I have a lot to share with you. I tried to log on Spottable, but it's not allowing anything now. You can't even log in, so I don't know what's going on. Alright, so let's go on Twitter. I have a lot to share with you. So I took my time arranging the tweets that I have on the list. And we're gonna start with this, Nigeria. Okay, I share some stuff on my community board earlier in the day before I log off. But each time I try to log off, there's new tweet coming out. I was like, okay, I need to get off the computer. Each time I hop on Twitter, there's a new tweet. That's very interesting. So this is the first one. Someone is up. All right, this is the first tweet. It's official. Nigeria confirmed as the 22nd nation attending the Invictus Games, Düsseldorf 2023. All right, so there's that. Welcome Nigeria. And there's this. Looking forward to hosting you. Oh, so that's the okay, Invictus Game Düsseldorf, saying them they're welcome. That's the Invictus. Okay, I'm excited. Invictus Game, congratulations. Wow, thought they will not attend this year. Congratulations, Nigeria. Congratulations. Okay, so people happy and everything. So now we're getting, I see I put squatties. What is that? If it has to do with the 5-minute pub, I'm gonna move it to someplace else. Yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna move it. I have another tweet. What is it? I have a lot of other tweets in response to that. So I'm gonna move this to another one. Okay, you will see it, but not now. Let's go to the lawsuit instead. I was looking for it, but the way I arrange it, I can't make. Okay, so next tweet. There's a lot of confusion regarding Samantha Markle's lawsuit against Meghan. The judge simply ruled that discovery can go forward until a ruling is made on Meghan's motion to dismiss. It doesn't mean that it won't be dismissed or that Samantha won. It's the standard, actually. Okay, so there's some of the comments here. The judge is giving Semi time to go on a fact-finding mission to support her case. Meanwhile, Meghan's lawyer are refusing to do anything until the dismissal hearing. That's my comment here. 11 hours ago. Exactly. Plain and simple. Okay. I confess I do not understand the legal basis of this lawsuit. Well, you don't have to understand it, but the fact that she brought it up, the half-sister brought it up, now we just need to follow the procedures. That's all you need to understand. The lawsuit brought up, that doesn't mean anybody could try to sue, but that doesn't mean you're gonna win. You know, you need to think of it that way. All right, so both sides have to prove their case to the judge, okay, before, you know, whether or not one of them win. All right, I confess I do not understand the legal basis of this lawsuit. The claim is that it's defamatory for Meghan Markle to call herself an only child when she is, in fact, the single child of Thomas Markle and Doria Ragland. Am I missing something? Okay, like I said, all sane people understand that, but she decided, the half-sister decided to bring it up. Okay, so now it's time to prove your case. Both sides have to prove their case. They're not just gonna hear Samantha's side only. The judge gonna have to hear both sides. Okay, I'll come back to that. There's 7 respond on there. A couple of lawyer friends said that this case is frivolous. Meghan and Harry have the ammo to bury Sammy in court. Book, behavior, her daughter, her mother, interviews, etc. Meghan is the only child of her mother and father's union, and legally she doesn't have to acknowledge scamming. All right, let me go into that now. Okay, Samantha Grant's whole suit is funded by the deep pocket of the tabloid. She's hoping to upgrade her trailer to a double wide. Okay, I mean, there's nothing wrong. To tell you the truth, if I want, I would love to live in a smaller place, like a cabin or something like that. So, you know, people have different preference. Just because one person living in a certain situation, that doesn't mean they're not happy. All right, I don't like to make fun of this, but I just want to point this out. The comment probably doesn't mean it that way, but I just like to point this out. Okay, there is nothing showing that scammy Sammy has won the right for Harry and Meghan to take the stand. Proof. And not only that, on the file, we already know there's something wrong with it already. Finding Freedom, it's not Meghan's book. Okay, and then to further back that up, even if through Jason Kanoff, let's say Meghan, because I have a letter where Meghan wanted to talk to Jason and to discuss Omid's book. We don't know what was the discussion. Okay, it could easily be Jason Kanoff tells something completely different. Remember, Jason was taking order under who hired him? The other brother, the Wells. Okay, at that time the Cambridges. So most likely, even if Meghan tell Jason Kanoff one thing, and if the other brother said no, don't say this, said that instead, Jason Kanoff have to take order from the person who's gonna pay him.
Have been, as we know, is that the Mail on Sunday had the ruling against them in February, and they were then appealing it. So it was lawyers from the Mail on Sunday who would have approached Jason Kanoff, knowing that these emails and messages existed. That would have been the point. And unless, I mean, the most likely outcome is that Jason obviously would have then gone to William and Kate, and clearly he has cooperated. He would not have cooperated with those lawyers without their definite knowledge.
And remember also, under when Meghan was in the UK, they didn't see her as an employee. Okay, so which means Jason Kanoff could do whatever he wants to do when he's speaking to Omid regarding Finding Freedom. Okay, if the people who hired Jason Kanoff said no, disregard what Meghan said, say what I said instead. Okay, whoever's giving him the check. All right, so that could easily be. So if this goes forward, guess what? The palace is in deep shit. If this goes to trial, this is a big shit, because Meghan could depose Omid, Jason Kanoff, and all of that. And then Omid will have to say, what did Jason tell you? And then we already know what Omid wrote on the book. Okay, it's already been written. And then there's some stuff Harry had already debunked from Finding Freedom. So if what Meghan had told Jason Kanoff is not what Jason Kanoff told Omid to write on the book, okay, so Jason Kanoff is in deep shit. And then Meghan could easily further, I don't know. This is a huge mess. I don't know who thinks this is a good idea. They see their head and they only see whatever it is that they're thinking. Okay, they don't see the ripple effect of everything else. I hope the court throws that out, not only for Meghan's sake, so she could move on with her life. It's not good for the palace in the long run, because when people want to win, they do what they have to do to win their case, which means Meghan have to follow the line of communication to depose Omid, depose Jason Kanoff, and probably depend on what they say. And I'm pretty sure Meghan will not ask. Well, I guess it could depend on what Jason Kanoff tell Meghan on the deposition, and then ask, why did you tell him not to say what I said? This kind of thing. So it's not looking good. I could see the trail of everything. It's not okay. this is just my humble opinion. I'm not a freaking lawyer. I never take a class. Well, I took one minor thing. It was an elective, but that doesn't mean I'm qualified to give anybody any idea or say whatever. But you could see the trace of things if this goes to trial, because people want to win. And then she mentioned finding freedom. She mentioned all sort of things. So Megan will have to do what needs to be done. And then in the long run, it may not look good for Scammy, because if Megan wins, where is she gonna find the money to pay Megan lawyer? Okay? And the longer the thing goes, the more it's gonna add up. I don't know. It doesn't look good for anybody. Okay? And she should be thankful Megan is not pursuing her as hard as many other people who want to pursue Samantha, because she's been at it for a very long time. Megan just ignore.
I know that was set up pack shots, but remember he was filmed, the dad, getting measured for the suit, reading up about England. So if he wasn't invited, that doesn't even make sense. And I know the pack set him up with that, but that was on the pretense that he was going to the wedding. So what she's saying doesn't add up.
Well, why don't we get her on next week? And for a better interview.
We're not paying her $200 for an interview.
Okay? What did I say? Why did I bring all of this? There is nothing showing that Scammy Sammy has won the right for Harry and Meghan to take the stand. Proof? Let's see here. Docket report. This docket was last retrieved on February 7, 2023. A more recent docket listing may be available. Okay, there's the dates here. Filing 62. Other defendant. Meghan's motion to stay discovery 54 is denied. See order for further details signed by Judge Charlene Edward Honeywell. Okay. Amended case, manage and scheduling order. Plaintiff join unopposed motion to modify scheduling order 56 is granted. See order for new scheduled deadline signed by judge. Okay, I'm not into this to explain anything. It's if you understand, good for you. There's one comment under this. Okay, deposition usually don't involve the court. Not sure what your point is. It's up to the people. Okay, Samantha wants to do a deposition. Okay, so if the court said yes, go ahead. And then we already know Meghan wants to make sure the court hear her plea as well, where she had filed and said to dismiss it. Okay, and this one is coming on the 15th, 5 days from now. February 15. So once the court hear Meghan's case, if the court said dismiss it, so there won't be any deposition. If the court says the trial must go forward, must move forward, then that's where everything is gonna be processing. Okay, what's her name? Samantha's gonna have to depose all sort of people, whatever the list that she mentioned, Meghan, Harry. Well, Harry doesn't have to depose. If he doesn't want to, he doesn't have to, whatever. So let's continue. Okay, I don't think Scammy Joe realized that the position go both ways. That's the thing too. Go both ways. Prince Harry and Meghan's attorney could question her about her hate account or anything else. That's the thing. That's the thing. A motion to dismiss merely challenges whether a case has been properly pled, whether the allegation meet the legal standard for the causes of action that are alleged. Many cases survive a motion to dismiss, but later don't survive a summary judgment, which look at actual facts. That's that. Sometimes if the judge wants to, you know what, let me not say, because like I said, I'm not in the business to give advice. Okay, thank you so much for your clarification. I just couldn't make head and tail of it. There's very little to no confusion. The nasty Meghan haters are just trying to blow things up, make them more than what they are. The case will likely be thrown out. Okay, thanks as always for your clarity. Appreciate it. Okay, Lil Sam was hoping Meghan will settle. She's not trying to go to court for real. Could be. That's another way of looking at it. I bet there will be crickets if this case gets dismissed too. Okay, thank you for clarification. I am one of those that was confused. Thank you for a fact. Okay, so everybody's thinking, any new idea? When I read about the claims in this case, I had to wonder if Sammy if Samantha filed it herself, written in crayon or a napkin. Yeah, because they mentioned Megan is what is it? Finding Freedom is Megan's book. That alone is something else to be dismissed. Okay, she wants the deposition in order to sell herself as a commentator. Who's gonna hire her? Well, then again, the Brits are more than happy to do that. Okay, who's paying Samantha's legal fees? I seriously doubt she's paying them, or an attorney is doing this pro bono. Okay, I don't care as long as the end game result in Samantha paying court fees for a case that should have been dismissed a long time ago. I wonder if somebody is pushing her to do this. Did she make any agreement? If this case, if she fell, are they gonna pay her legal fees? Because I don't see where she's gonna come up with that money. Okay, that's that. Let's go to the next one. Okay, I did say, is that the one that I said I was gonna go into? Let's see. Oh, never mind. Oh my God. That's what's her name? Eugene's son. Yeah, a little bit like, let me bookmark this. That's not on my list, but it happened. I'm telling you, the squad are on fire. They're putting all sort of stuff. Let's see, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, but at the end of the day, accept no substitution for the original. Megan is the blueprint. All right, let's go to my next list. Okay, next tweet. Okay, Samantha Markle is suing Megan for saying she's an only child. If I had a vitriolic half-sister like Samantha, I wouldn't acknowledge her either. As they say, you can pick your friends, but you're stuck with your family. I do wonder who is funding Samantha's legal fight though. Alright, so there's that. Let's see some of the comments. Okay, for a minute, you see the tree behind there? I thought it was a bunny ear. She did with her fingers. Okay, interesting that Samantha previously went by her married surname of Grant, and according to Megan, she reverted back to her maiden name when she started Harry. I wonder why. Why Meghan Markle says half-sister changed name after she started dating Harry. Meghan Markle touched on her relationship with her half-sibling Samantha Markle and revealed how she changed her name. Okay, my claim to fame is that Samantha Markle has my claim to fame is that Samantha Markle blocked me on Twitter even though I've had no interaction with her ever. The struggle is real. What was it? I think there was a tweet I came across a while back. It's probably on my PYT, where a whole bunch of things, a whole bunch of tweets were deleted and they can't find it. So that's it. Let me leave it as that. Is that even a thing you can sue for? Boy, that Samantha is grifting hard. Alright, Samantha is grifting hard. Whoever is funding Samantha Markle's is losing their case in the UK. This is a phishing for information on what make. Well, the thing is that they don't really care if they win or not. They just want stories to write. Remember how Harry said they don't report the news, they create the news.
They don't report the news, they create it.
But they can't make up stuff anymore because Harry and Meghan are not in the UK. They don't know what Harry and Meghan are doing. So if they have this court case going, whether or not she wins, she doesn't win, whichever it goes, they already have their narrative in the file cabinet. All they need to do is pull that cabinet out and then pick one of those and run with it. Okay, that's all they need. But right now they can't say shit about Harry and Meghan because they don't know what Harry and Meghan are doing. Okay, is that even a thing you can sue for? Boy, that Samantha is grifting hard. Let's see here. There's that. Whoever is, okay, I read some of these already. Girl, I cut my dad out of my life 20 years ago. When he died in 2020, I had him cremated, or without setting eyes on him. Oh my goodness. For less than selling me out to the media. He told me the last time he saw me, he wished I was a boy. Well, I respect Meghan for not allowing toxic people in her life. Wow. Sorry to hear that. My goodness, that's kind of hard. Okay, everyone seems to be toxic except Meghan. Well, she didn't do anything. Let's see here. Okay, Doria, Ashley, not her other niece or nephew, etc. If people are toxic, they are toxic. You people want her to stay and be emotionally, mentally, and economically and socially abused to make y'all feel good about your pathetic lives. I'm glad she's living her life and thriving. That's the best answer. I don't need to read anymore. This says exactly that. My goodness, can you imagine? Like, I don't even want to put myself in Megan's shoes, because I do not want to be in her shoes, because this is freaking tormented, and they almost drive her to suicidal. I could see why, because these people are freaking toxic. Even there's one tweet that I came across where a US businessman wrote some tweet, I think it was a thread, about how the mentality, he was comparing the mentality of UK business people and the mentality of US business people. Completely different. He was like, it was like as if it's night and day, where he made the comparison. When the US, let's say you're young entrepreneur, you have a bright idea, you want to make things or whatever, people around them cheering that person to pursue that particular idea. But in the UK, even if the person is high up there, they're already successful themselves, but that young person is coming. I'm just giving an example. I'm paraphrasing right now. It's in one of my videos. But in the UK, if someone, a young entrepreneur, is coming with an idea, even if the other person he's mentioning that particular idea to is already successful himself, is billionaire, quadrillionaire, he didn't say it like that, okay, they don't care at the cost it might be for their own detrimental. They will put that person down. They will not cheer that person up or push him to continue with his dream. They will put him down. They will laugh at him, mock him, and make fun of him because of his idea. Okay, so the UK have a freaking system where nobody should be better than the firm. Well, when you look at the video I have, the firm, it's pretty much that. There's God, there's the firm, which consists of the crown and the sovereign, and right now it's Charles. Okay, so nobody should surpass that. Everybody should stay below. So that's the mentality they ingrain into the people in the UK. You should not surpass the mediocre who claim to be chosen from God. Okay, they're not producing nothing. They collecting wealth. They're taking people's money. They go to charity, not bringing anything. The only thing they could bring is that they are learning.
Mine's learning. Just learning. How to do. Good luck with that.
They're still learning, even though they've been in that position, God knows for how long. Okay, they can only smile.
I'm sorry we can only come and give words and comfort, but we are thinking about you the whole time, and we really care about what's going on. So
sometimes it's got more than financial.
Well, if we can give you the odd smile here and there, that's important. So
that's all they could bring to a charity that is looking to help other people. Okay, but if somebody wants to pursue something, wants to be better themselves, wants to get themselves out of a poverty or whatever, nope, you're supposed to be below the institution.
Personal note. May I just say that while I'm here with my husband as a member of the royal family, I want you to know that for me, I am here with you as a mother, as a wife, as a woman of color, and as your sister.
If you want to be private, go back to America and live privately. It's pretty straightforward.
Be below the institution, the firm, the sovereign. Alright, so I'm leaving this topic alone. Now I'm going to another topic, and it's only one tweet regarding that particular topic, and I believe is IPSO, IPSO, I think they call it. Okay, there's this here. There's Nadine White. Okay, breaking. The Independent Press Standard Organization, IPSO, has launched an investigation into Jeremy Clarkson article in The Sun about Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, after it received more than 25,100 complaints about the piece. And I'm thinking, of all time, why now? Why now? It's been a while. Okay, so there's me here. 12 people like it. All of a sudden, months later, let's see the outcome of this investigation. Maybe, just maybe, they might find something because international world was talking about it. It seems like they were fine with it. There it is. 2 people retweeted it. Okay, I think I'm one of them. Okay, let's see where it goes. I don't trust IPSO. I took it sweet times. What's there to investigate? He said what he said. He has history of saying what he said. But that doesn't mean it's right. That doesn't mean it's right. Okay, took their cool time. See, I'm not the only person who sees that. All right, let's go into that. Okay, maybe the editor allowed this to be printed how they failed to spectacularly to be decent and ethical. Okay, the truth hurts maybe. He should have been kinder. Harry just show what he is really like behind the scene. Okay, the racist Jeremy wrote the vile, nasty, racist article twice because he liked it. Okay, precisely. Anyone picked up the Sun and reading an article by Jeremy Clarkson will be fully aware of the style and tone. It's a persona. But still, this is the thing. When it's not you, people be too passive about something like that. What if it's you, your daughters, or your mother, or your wife, or your girlfriend, or something like that? That doesn't mean it's right. Okay, he's selling papers, just ignore. Nope, we cannot just ignore it. No, not at the expense of somebody else, because we have seen the end result of papers bullying other people. There's a perfect example. What's her name? Caroline Flack. Okay, and I'm sure there are many others in the UK I'm not aware of, but that one, I don't know how I was able to stumble on it. Long and behold, come to find out, maybe it was a tweet that I was reading that says Harry had dated her or something like that, but for some reason it never crossed my mind. How come I brought her up? Okay, and a history of violence. Don't forget, Jeremy Clarkson is violent. And then the thing is that if young boys are reading these things to say, okay, this is the imagery they're putting in young men's mind, and then what if one of them decided to act it out? And God forbid that action that particular person decided to do, it's your sister or your mother or your girlfriend or somebody close to you. Okay, this is the thing, how society works. We are connected in some shape or form. Too many people are reading this bullshit, and then it's passing on to young people who probably haven't learned anything. There need to be consequences. If this person have done something minor, okay, to a female, and then they let it go, okay, and he did something else, they let it go, and then now he decided to act this one out because other things he has done have been very passive, okay, and he decided to do that, and it happened to be your mother or your sister or someone you love that's close to you. This is the way people need to look at this. It doesn't have to affect you, but the fact that it's being put out there, and then people think, oh, just ignore him. No, it's the imagery it's putting on somebody else's mind. Okay, and then it's there forever now. Okay, this is why Harry keeps on going. Well, used to go to IPSO when things were being written about him that wasn't flattering. It affected him mentally. Okay, so when he realized these people just turn a blind eye from this point on, all he did, when they write something stupid about him, he called them to court because the IPSO just ignore and say it doesn't do anything. Okay, they didn't do anything wrong, or it's freedom of speech, it's freedom of this, freedom of that, at the expense of Harry mental health. We need to look at it in that sense. All right, that's it with this. That's the only tweet that I have, and I've shared that on my community board. All right, let's go to the next one. I'm already 26 minutes. Now we are into Andrew. Okay, Prince Andrew might be able to pursue a Profumo style path to redemption. I don't know if there's any redemption on that, but okay, I'm just sharing that with you. I'm not gonna read the article. Okay, there's a professor. For anyone who remember what the Profumo scandal actually was, this is hilariously naive. Okay, I need to look it up because I do not know. Let's do it now. Okay, scandal. I'm not sure what it is. Let's look it up. Okay. Oh, I think I read it in one of my tweets already, in one of my old tweets. I forgot. Okay, the Profumo affair was a major scandal in the 20th century British politics. John Profumo, the Secretary of State for War and Harold Macmillan's conservative government, had an extramarital affair with the 19-year-old model Christine Killing beginning in 1961. Yeah, I think I read this. With seeing that now, I think I read it in one of my tweets. Okay, well, they will say that, won't they? I mean, they love to make excuses for all. But the thing that that Andrew had, now they're trying to spin it into something else. He was doing this with a minor. Okay, I read some comment was saying she was 17, she was that. Yes, but under the law, this is why law existed. Okay, there have to be a cap for something. You can't just let people run wild. If you go on my PYTE, I have several videos regarding age of consent. Okay, I read some crazy stuff. I couldn't believe what I was reading. People in the UK are trying to reduce the age of consent. I think, what was it? Is it 10 or something like that? I forgot the age, but it's a very young age. And I'm thinking, oh my effing God, a 10-year-old to give age of consent to be doing things with someone who could be her grandparent. Can you imagine that? Go watch those videos. I think I have 3 of them. Some random stuff that I read. Things people. There was someone from South Africa. I don't remember the name, who was pushing in the UK for age of consent to be reduced and all of that. I'm like, what the F is this? Can you imagine your freaking 10-year-old? I have my son who's 10 years old. This kid still doesn't know certain things, and then for an adult who have experienced life, okay, to go around and then decided to push, you know, a 10-year-old against their will to do it, and then if they caught him doing something like that, and then for him to get away with it because the cap, okay, this is the cap here, the age of consent was 10 years old. Can you imagine this? And this is the thing that they thought they would get away with in the US, because the age of consent and what is it? And I think in New York is 17. But the thing is that, okay, Virginia did not consent it, and they thought they would get away because she's 17. But meanwhile, she did not consent it. They're trafficking her all around the world, okay? And he thought he would get away with that. There need to be a cap, okay? Whether or not people like it, the minute somebody says no, 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 just once, just get the F off, move away, leave that person alone. People need to understand that. The same way I think in the 80s or the 90s, they used to have something for drugs, a commercial for drugs, just say no or something like that. This goes for that as well. Any woman, you could be whatever age of consent. You could be 20, 35, 40, whatever it is. The moment the woman says no, okay, and then you push yourself into her, you're in big trouble. All right, let's see here. So that's that. Let's leave this alone. I talk a lot about Andrew's things, and I have a lot of videos about it. So let's leave that alone. And that's the point. That's the way that I see that. Okay, they tried to get away with it, and he questioned New York Constitution and all of that. I have a lot of video about that. Okay, otherwise I'm just gonna repeat. All right, so the point is that Andrew might be able to pursue a Profumo style path to redemption. And then I look what Profumo scandal was, and I'm glad Melissa Murray brought it up. I did look it up a while back in one of those videos. All right, and then it just refreshed my memories. Next tweet, I did forget about it. Next tweet. So this is this here. Bill and Katia are getting protests in their own. Oh, let's move William and Kate. Did I? Yeah. Okay. So I'm fine. Okay. So I'm fine. I thought that was something else. Okay. Billy and Katia are getting protests in their own country too. There's the laugh. They wanted to boo the spare, but there's this here. Campaign to abolish the monarchy. Abolish the monarchy protests in Cornwall. Today, during Kate and William's visit, the police grabbed a peaceful protester and dragged him away from the barrier. Outrageous interference with free speech. There's that thing. Defend dissent, not my king, not my prince. Wow. There it is here. This is a screenshot of that thing. So this is the young man right there. Peaceful protest, and they drag him out of there. Wow. They drag him out of there. Okay, and the crowd were very small. And oldies too. Exactly. There were what, maybe 50 people there. The other side barriers were empty. Okay, so they didn't come to, how do you call this, to embrace them or something, like they want to be cheered. I love this for them. Okay, next time the protesters must bring, okay, let's not encourage, who are going to be booed if they go back to UK sewage. So thin skin, people can't hold up a sign again. I mean, wow. Let's, oh, did I finish it? Oh, that was it. Let's go. And I think, oh, BetterUp. Look at this. BetterUp just posted that. I'm just gonna add this. All right. Sussex Squad. Wow, this is incredible. Our King Harry works for a company that's in partnership with the world's largest professional coaching organization. Okay, we're thrilled to announce a pivotal partnership with the International Coaching Federation. Oh my God, that's a big deal. ICFHQ, the world's largest organization of trained professional coaches. Together, we're conducting cutting-edge research to advance the field of coaching. Wow, this is huge. They just post that 2 minutes ago. All right, let me bookmark that and let's retweet that. All right, that was not on my list. I just saw it. I've been bringing anime. Okay, let's go to the next tweet. I'm telling you, every time you hop on Twitter, there's something else. So there's this here. Okay, the audacity of calling Shaping Us Kate's quote life work end quote is wild. I'm trying to make a graphic with a million tiny photos, but I'm sorry. When it comes to Kitty's work record, the evidence of her inferiority is overwhelming. Princess Meghan. Okay, she's putting a collage together of her life work, I guess. Let's see here. Kate and William Blodgers, there's that, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge have been branded part-time royals after it was revealed they don't do anywhere near as many royal engagement as the Queen.
Yeah, I think there's another factor here too, that Meghan is a very professional woman, and she's very American in that way, and the male-dominated culture of the royal household doesn't like the kind of terms that they would use there, pushy and pushy American. They don't like pushy Americans, meaning that they don't like professional people who work hard. And a lot of the Debbie kind of girls who get to work inside the palace work from about 9 to 12 and then take the rest of the day off. And Meghan was very impatient with that. She wanted to see a new work ethic, maybe a work ethic as strong as the Queen's herself.
That was back then. Princess Workshire and Duchess Doolittle be booed as they meet Brussels supporting French political on Friday. Alright, so there's that. I mean, the UK papers have no shame. They forgot what they wrote. Alright, Kate Middleton is catching flack for not working as hard as most other royals in 2022. There's that. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry force out of royal family to avert clash with lazy Kate. Oh, they put that and quote to lazy Kate Middleton and Prince William. My goodness, I don't know. The UK should be pissed with that, because that literally few second, Meghan was over there. She impacts so she did so much. She did so much, but they threw her out. But this one wanted the spotlight. Now they're seeing what spotlight bring. Kate Middleton called lazy by Queen Elizabeth II. Will it come as a surprise if I told you that it was only in 2017, after 6 years of marriage, that the couple began full-time royal duty? Kate patroned Heartbreak, Duchess' favorite charity, to close due to financial struggle. You wonder why? Okay, it's been 8 years. I don't know if it's the same thing. It's maybe a different charity. 8 years she decided to show up. But when you look at Meghan, look at that. Throughout the pandemic, a whole bunch of other charities, we could understand why some charities will close off, but hers remain open. Why? Because she did what was required. They were self-sufficient, and Meghan left a blueprint for them. Hopefully they follow it. But then again, when you look at the baby brain thing, she brought it up. She's starting from scratch when many people have done it. You know what? Let's leave that topic alone. How Meghan Markle has been a royal workhorse compared to Kate Middleton. Wow. Okay. Markle has taken to royal duties like a duck to water, outpacing even her future sister-in-law during Kate's pre-wedding months. Wow. I never seen this one. All right, let's go to the next tweet. It's almost it's also, oh no, let's read some of the comments. I didn't do that. Okay, I'm so confused. How is Kate's Patreon charity have financial issues when she spent £100,000 on just clothes? Couldn't she just like return a dress and give them the money? This is well-minded people talking here. These people are not well up there. They are not well up there. This is why I said they don't need to be near any mental health organization, anything that has to do with mental. Okay, this would be the sensible thing to do, but no. Or is that too much work for her? There's that. Thank you for this. I wish fellow squatters will stop confusing on Charles. Will and Kate are the real enemy of Meghan and Harry and use the Sussexes to hide their own ineptitude. Exposing the Wells pair as failure is essential to ending the tabloid persecution Meghan received. Yeah, I mean, the court, the lawsuit itself, we already know, okay? The court case itself tells me it is, okay? Jason Kenoff was hired by him, and Jason Kenoff will be taking instruction from him to undermine Meghan. And the worst thing is, this is how stupid they are. You could literally say, yes, they are stupid. Because you got two lazy people, completely lazy. All those documents, those papers have said so. They are freaking lazy. You would think they will work something out to the two hard workers who didn't mind doing that. Tell them, make a deal with them. Okay, pretend I did this, pretend I did that. And Harry has been pretending for him for so long. Even when Harry went to the Obama organization, they even asked him, literally, who came up with this idea?
Whose idea was this? I mean, who was it? You or Prince William or
The Royal Foundation?
Yeah.
Can't even remember. But
he brushed it off. He said he doesn't remember.
It's like, why haven't other people done it then? So you've created, with your brother and sister-in-law, the Royal Foundation. Okay, you've started a charity. My first question would be, do we need another charity? So, you know, what was your thinking in coming together? Whose idea was this?
so that's my motto is exactly that.
Everybody knows it's Harry, but he didn't trash you and say, I came up with the idea. I thought of this. He just said he doesn't remember. To not throw you under the bus. But yet, you wanted the spotlight thinking your mediocre will be applauded. But this is what happened. You asked for it. There it is. All right, so that's it. Let's move on to the next tweet. Because I know I'll make a deal with Meghan and said, look, you could do whatever you want. Tell me what you want. I have the authority, the power to get finance for it, get help, you know, push some leverage or whatever. Okay, doesn't William now take care of the Duchy of Cornwall or something like that? Okay, so I have leverage. Just make me look good. Tell me what you're doing, and then once you're done, and then I'll cut the ribbon and give me some credit here and there. That's what I will do. And then every day, what do you think my ass will be doing? Go skiing, go do things, and make sure to be under the radar so people don't see me. But I'll enjoy life the way that I see fit best. This is why I told you guys, I don't mind Princess Anne. I don't have to love her. I don't hate her, but she keep it real. The people are willing to give her money, and then she does, you know, they told her go cut ribbon, she go cut ribbon, and then move on with her life and live her life the best way she knows how. This is why I like Princess Anne. I will live my life just like Princess Anne. Okay? I didn't ask to be born in this freaking family, and this is the things that I have to do to keep up a facade. Let me do it. Why not? But these, they go out of their way to inflict pain. This is the problem. Since he was young, he walked into a room. Princess Diana's waiting for him. Come in all upset and punch her between her leg and all of this. Since he was born angry. So he went out of his way to inflict pain onto Harry and Meghan. So this is the thing I don't like about him. Okay, and many other things. Next tweet. Okay, people. Prince William has been painted as hot-headed and unsympathetic. Like, duh, they've been writing about this. All right, painted. Billy was publicly identified as hot-headed and unsympathetic at best and abusive at worst. The squad been keeping tab. They know about that. Okay, William had been exposed for who he really is and about time too. That's the thing. Okay, he wanted the spotlight. This is what the spotlight bring. Okay, I'm laughing at this, and I brought this before, this particular topic before. These people, they know. William and the royal family, they know. That's the thing. They know the tabloid lie, and they feed the lies to the tabloid to write about, and then they read the freaking thing and they take it personal. That's the thing I don't understand with them. They know it's fake, they know it's nonsense, but now when another particular paper that doesn't deal with them is telling them exactly how it is, they get upset. What did they expect? This is what the spotlight brings. These people are ridiculous. Okay, they have been writing about his rage for many years, and I have that video where I think he was walking or riding his bike with his family, but I only see his face. I didn't see who he was riding with, but I think I've heard a lady. It could have easily be Kate's voice in that particular audio. He's upset on the phone trying to call his security. The guy was walking. I don't know if he was chasing him or whatever it was, but he was mad that the guy was there. Okay, each time I think of that particular video, I'm thinking this is why they're gathering all those land, millions of acres, just for themselves. I don't know. That's what came to mind when I first saw that video. Okay. There's this, not painted as, but rather revealed as. Okay, wonder why. Look at him. Okay, let's read what's here and then that's it. What will be a success for the family in the future is not reconciliation necessarily, but mutual acceptance of different ideas and priorities. End quote. What kind of word salad is this? Okay, but he is tough. Where's the issue? So they took that particular quote from the article, maybe, because other people see that they don't see where the monarch will be, let's say, back to where it used to be, where people take them as is. They don't see any reconciliation after what had happened to Harry and Meghan. They brought it up on themselves. And the thing is that I think Meghan is done. I think Meghan is done with the royal family because the headache that they put her through. Okay, I think she's done. But it's Harry who's holding hope or whatever. Maybe for the sake of Harry, Meghan might accompany Harry. But in terms of the kind of what is this honest, naive way of entering into the royal family, you know, there's a word for it, I can't think of it, where you don't have any preconception of anything. I guess naive is the word. Okay, you being honest with them, but they treat you like shit. But I think Meghan is done, in my humble opinion. I'm not Meghan, I'm just telling you my opinion. Okay, he should thank his aide and the UK media for that. He's been exposed for who he is, a bully. Okay, he always has an aggressive skull, never look happy, always look discontent. This is what happened when there is no limit to anything. Whatever he wants, he get it. Okay, there's some part where I read his was it grandmother? No, great grandmother used to leave the best thing for him, and then if he doesn't want it, that's what Harry will get and all of that. So there needs to be a limit. And I've said this before, because he is the future, they should be tougher on him than Harry. Okay, be tougher on him, because at the end of the day, everything is gonna end up for him, and at least he will appreciate those things a little bit more. He doesn't appreciate anything, okay, because everything was given to him. There was no boundary for him. Whatever he wants, he gets, and you know, he got the best of everything, and he still want more. Was he painted that way, or is he just that way? All right, after this, that's it. There's a quote: smart term life insurance. Oh, that's a commercial. All right, next tweet, and that's the last one I have regarding William and Kate. Let's see here. Okay, Princess Kate's house rule for the kids is, quote, shouting is absolutely off limits. There's that. I'm not gonna go to the article. There's me here. I respond to it before I started recording. There's me here. Quote, good luck with that, and quote, says the charity lady. Good luck with that. certain people was upset by a ink. That's Charles. What will she do if that happened in her case? Also, what about grabbing by the throat? That's Charles also. I heard Grandpa does that to get things out.
Sink from the wall, throw it to the floor, shatter it into 1,000 pieces, retrieve the stud, and Ken had to put it in. And then when Ken had put it in, Charles grabbed him by the throat. Well, they said, "You do understand, Ken, I just have to let this out."
This place is a mess, and they call Meghan Markle a bully. Please, okay, I'm a hot mess. I'm not gonna lie. There's this, there's that part here. Don't mind me. Just gonna leave this receipt right here and be on my way. People just buy it. Okay, I wonder what her rules were for this. Well, she should take her own advice, because there's Louis telling her be quiet. So Louis already got the memo. There have been a report that Kate give as good as she get, and that both have extreme mood swings. Jabson mentioned it among many others. See Argument with William, 17 June 2022, for example, and OK Magazine by Ellen Wen, but there's more reliable out there. Okay, got it. No shouting. Save it for the balcony, kid. Yeah. Let me leave my thought out of this. Okay, yes, we believe it. He got the memo already. Sure. Those crowd or something. So they have to go outside to shout. But it's not a bad thing. If you have something inside you want to scream, yeah, you need to go. Maybe there needs to be a room insulated. When you need to scream, go in there and scream. Okay? Way to stifle your kids' emotion, early childhood expert, baby brain. That's the thing here. That's a very... Sometimes you need to let the kids be themselves, as long as they're not hurting other people. As long as they're not hurting other people. Yeah, go outside and scream. Oh my God, when I used to take my kids, both of them actually, when they start acting out, and I tell people, I'm sorry, I'd rather have them, I apologize for their screaming, okay? If they're in the playground, I apologize to the adults that's there, and then said, I'd rather have them scream here than the apartment, because once you're in the apartment, you have your neighbors and all of that. I just let them scream, okay? When I have enough, and I use my tone of voice, and say, that's it. You know, there's different way you speak to kids. You could say, you know, okay, that's enough, honey. Let's go home, whatever. If I said that the first time, they don't listen. Now my tone of voice, the same wording, but my tone of voice change. Okay, I'll be like, okay, that's it. We're going home now. Something like that. Okay, so your tone of voice with kids matters. Okay, you could say, okay, baby, that's enough. Let's go home. All right, they persisted with their attitude, their behavior. You change your tone of voice, the same wording, that's it. You'll see how they react. Completely different. Or you give them that eye. I totally agree that screaming and shouting at your siblings and anger must be corrected. But children also get very loud and rambunctious when they are playing, or at least my sibling did. So I hope they can be noisy when playing inside. Can or can't. Being noisy inside is very... it's better than outside, because when you're enclosed, you're hearing all those noises. Okay, yeah, if they're screaming, you know, like I said, if they're not hurting anybody, just let them be. Okay, I never had to make no shouting a rule. I just model the behavior of speaking to those I love with kindness. Okay, that's too bad. Shouting can be much needed release of pressure. That's that thing. And lead to great conversation about channeling emotion appropriately. Also, identify triggers leads to emotional maturity. She's doing a great disservice to these children. No emotion should be forbidden. Yep, that's that thing. Okay. You just need to talk to your kids. You need to talk to your kids and stuff like that. When they do something that you don't approve of, you need to let them know. Okay, not reward them because, oh, stop that, then I'll give you this. No, there's no rewarding, or if you stop, you do that. No, you said no, no is no. Alright, that's it. That's that. And that's not good. And she's talking about what is it, early childhood and stuff. There's those experts. Talk to them. See what's best way to approach this. But she's starting from scratch. She thinks she knows it all, but okay. Okay, that's too bad. Okay, I read that. We know who makes the rule in that house, and he says speaking is off limit. Yeah, she was bothering him. And how do we know that? Guess they want to make sure they had a narrative shared through the press. Shaking my head. Okay, so now we know they yell at each other all day. Wasn't there something? Okay, I'm gonna stop here. The rest that I have is about Meghan. Oh my God, now I'm gonna have 3 videos to edit. I have one from yesterday I didn't finish. All right, so let's do a prayer. I have more to it, but I'm gonna stop. I'm already 52 minutes. Prayer for, I don't know, concentration. I don't know why is that. Okay, concentration and well-minded. I don't know. Okay, please help me focus solely on the task at hand. Okay, oh, I missed that line. Okay, I have important works to do in this moment. God, please help me focus solely on the task at hand. Okay, so let's pick an image for the sake of this video. All right, let's do this one. A prayer for peace and calm. Okay, may today there be peace within. May you trust your highest power that you are exactly where you are meant to be. May you not forget the infinite possibilities that you are born of faith. May you use those gifts that you have received and pass on to the love that has been given to you. May you be content knowing you are a child of God. Let this present settle into your bone and allow your soul the freedom to sing, dance. It is there for each and every one of you. Amen. All right, I think this is good. It pretty much sums up whatever I was saying and some in the video. All right, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. All right, so I'm gonna do another video, and we're gonna start with this. Let me give you a hint. What's the next video is gonna be? It's gonna be that. Okay, so that's it.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.